Hi Shift community, welcome back, or welcome if you are new here. I'm Sammy Mansfield, cancer exercise and lifestyle medicine expert and the founder of the My Lifestyle Shift program. Today I'm talking about 5 opportunities that I think every person diagnosed with cancer should really focus on when it comes to exercise. So let's get started. Number 1 is to prioritize resistance or strength training. One of the biggest mistakes that I see is that we tend to have this idea that walking is going to help with things like cancer-related fatigue, functional recovery, and even weight management. However, we all need to prioritize strengthening, especially if you have gone through cancer. My favorite exercise, en route, is actually the deadlift. So I'm going to demonstrate this with a dumbbell today. We also have more videos on our 5-Minute Friday. We'll link in the show notes. But if you want to pick one thing to focus on, I want you to do a deadlift. You can even do this with body weight. So you're just going to put your feet forward. You're going to bend down, chest up. You're going to pick up a weight or use your hands and complete this for repetition. Make this challenging, choosing a weight that you feel those muscles, especially in the front and the back of the thighs, after reps of around 10 to 12. All right, tip number 2 is to add some intervals of high intensity interval training into your week or your workout. I personally like doing this once a week to make it a little bit more intense and allow time for recovery. So you can do HIIT with any movement. The strategies are to move as fast as you can or with the largest range of motion you can. So you can do everything from like a standing or sitting jack motion. So this might be moderate, and by picking up that intensity, moving through bigger motions, I'm noticing my heart rate come up, you can hear me breathing. That's a great interval of high intensity. Again, through our 5-Minute Fridays, we have some great 5-minute videos for you to follow, but try this at home working for 30 seconds of intense effort, followed by 30 seconds of recovery, and do it 4 times. Tip number 3 is all about protein. As we break down muscle fibers through our exercise or are trying to recover from treatments or surgeries, having fuel for our muscles is critical. The only way to fuel your muscles is through protein. Now, there's a lot of great sources that you can get in your refrigerator and your pantry, but I always suggest having a great protein powder on hand to make sure that you can enhance things through smoothies, adding something like an oatmeal or even a yogurt product. So there's a lot of great options. Should you choose animal or plant protein? It's completely up to you. I personally love plant protein because it's a little bit of a thicker shake. It creates a little bit more of a filling type of drink, but there's a lot of different options that you can use in a lot of different companies. The most important thing is to strive to reach at 0.8 grams to 1 gram per pound of ideal body weight every single day. Should you have protein after your workout? Ideally, but do it whenever you're hungry. Okay, tip number 4 is honestly looking at what supplements really do matter for muscle health. There is a lot of hype over supplements. I want to tell you that I think the most important supplement and one that you should use, all of us should use, is creatine monohydrate. So this is the brand that I have in my pantry. I'm not necessarily biased to this brand exclusively. However, there's really great sources of creatine monohydrate available, and it's something that really helps with our muscle recovery. And we're starting to understand improves bone density and brain health. So we can all use that as we age, especially if we have gone through cancer treatments that impact our hormones. So how much should you take? As a baseline, we suggest starting with 5 grams per day, getting comfortable with that, making sure you don't have any GI upset. However, new research is suggesting that up to 10 or 12 grams a day is really beneficial for bone health and cognition. So this is something that I recommend for people struggling with things like chemo brain or that hormone-related fogginess to add into their diet. So definitely check out some resources that are available. Like I said, there's many options that you can do online. I love adding it into my protein powder to make sure that I'm just doing one thing or one time in my day. And tip number 5 is probably most of our favorites, which is all about prioritizing some recovery at least every week, but ideally a little bit every day. This is also Ruth's favorite form of exercise because that's when she can hog the yoga mat. What should you do for recovery? A couple of options. One of the things I love to recommend is having one session of your workouts every week, be that low intensity stretching, recovery, yoga, breath work, or you can even use something like Tai Chi if you want to really focus on your balance. It does not matter, but just make sure that you have something built in, ideally at least 15 minutes, but all the way up to an hour should you choose. It is also really important to prioritize a little bit of daily recovery. That could be mental recovery or physical recovery. Not sure where to start? I really encourage you to think about just spending 3 to 5 minutes, closing your eyes, listening to great music if you need to, and focusing on your breath. And as always, we have lots of other tips and ideas for you to improve your lifestyle after cancer, or even as a caregiver or healthcare professional. Make sure to subscribe and let us know in the comments what you like, and we'll be happy to create more videos for you. Have an awesome day.